Hi guys dan selamat kembali ke Studio Sembang bersama saya Amy. In the studio this week we have somebody yang has been an inspiration to me for a really long time. One of the first Malaysian entertainers yang I pernah berpeluang untuk bekerja. Sampai sekarang I still hold you in very high regard. It's the one and only Hunny Madu.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so happy you're here.
I just want to apologize because my voice is a bit hoarse.
Tak ada masalah. I rasa macam my voice has been hoarse macam dalam setiap episod kot. Tapi macam
No, you have got such a nice, sweet voice.
Oh, terima kasih. Untuk macam guest-guest yang I pernah kenal sebelum kita buat syuting ni, I selalu suka macam bagi anecdotal macam history lah di antara guest I. So untuk korang kat luar sana, peminat-peminat Hunny Madu, kalau korang pernah tengok music video 𝙁𝙍𝙄𝙎, I don't know, maybe korang kena 𝙁𝙍𝙄𝙎 code. And then I was and I was also in Hello. Do you know 𝙁𝙍𝙄𝙎 sebenarnya adalah music video pertama yang saya pernah buat
No way.
in my life. And then a music video kedua yang saya pernah buat in my life was Hello. Yeah, and then after that I rasa I cakap no to all the music videos. I was like, if it's not Hunny Madu, saya takkan buat ni.
Wait, so after that, people offered you to do music
Ada.
videos, but you said no?
Yeah, I think I buat satu je, but that satu pun is because benda tu macam berkait dengan satu drama yang I tengah buat tu. So the song was the soundtrack of the drama, so diorang suruh I buat. So yang tu I buat, tapi selain daripada tu, the only music videos yang betul-betul I cakap yes to is Hunny Madu.
I'm so honored.
No girl, it became a thing for me. I was like, I'll do it for Hunny. Yeah.
Okay, coming soon.
Oh, coming soon. Let's plan. I'm happy to. Yeah, so dari situlah I kenal Hunny untuk siapa-siapa yang mungkin nak tahu. Sebab industri kita ni sangat kecil.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Tapi kita tak pernah ada peluang untuk duduk dan betul-betul berborak.
Yes.
So saya tak sabar untuk tanya you soalan about your life and your journey. I rasa macam ada banyak dalam skrip hari ni.
Yeah, I dengar dia punya briefing tadi pun I dah takut dah tadi.
Tak adalah takut.
Takut
Yeah, it's okay, it'll be fine. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, how was your childhood?
My childhood, okay, so I have 3 siblings, 2 boys, 2 girls.
Yes,
𝙁𝙑𝙀,
Yes.
he's a Mix FM DJ. And then for me, I've always wanted to be a singer. I always wanted to be a performer. And my sister followed me. So she
Yeah.
is like also the dancer.
Oh,
But
cool.
And then my youngest brother, he tried rapping for a bit. So all of us have always been performing.
Oh my god.
So when we were like little, and every children's parties,
Yeah.
we are performing.
Oh, you guys are there.
So macam kadang-kadang I'm the drummer or I'm the guitarist or I'm the singer.
Style.
Or kita buat macam, a cappella, and then we do macam innuendo style dance.
Ooh.
So we've always been macam, 4 very performy kids,
Creative, yeah.
So I think my parents because my parents met, my dad wanted to learn guitar from my mom. My mom was in a band as well. She went into a competition, RTM.
Betul.
Yeah, betul.
Oh, cool.
You tak buat research kan?
Oh, yang tu I tak tahu.
Yeah, her group was called the Silhouettes.
Nice.
So obviously seeing her always with the guitar, singing, she was my inspiration,
Of course.
And whenever we're in the car, macam, balik kampung, we're always singing in the car. Karaoke session all the time,
Of
you know?
course.
So my mom was always like, since I was young, it's like, Hunny, you can sing. So at the age of 11, I joined theatre. It was just the ensemble lah. And I was singing, dancing, and like acting, of course. So that was always been my path, And bila nak masuk college, people somehow, bukan masuk college, even in school, somehow my teachers always put me on stages. For anything. Sajak, poetry, choir, or what do you call it? Like choral speaking. I'm always on stage. And even my siblings as well. My brother and my sister. My youngest brother, he was always shy. So that was my childhood lah. It was fun. It was a really good childhood.
That's so nice to hear. And I rasa macam mungkin sebab you dah berpengalaman untuk try so many things.
Yeah.
Dalam your childhood, bila you dah dewasa, there's so many things you can actually contribute kepada industri seni.
Yeah.
And then you went on to do it, which is really cool.
But the problem with me is, I feel like I want to do everything.
Faham.
You know what's the saying? Jack of all trades,
Master of none.
master of none.
But always will be better than a master of one.
Oh, I love that.
That's the full lah untuk siapa
Is
yang
it?
nak tahu. Yes.
Is that the full?
That is actually the full.
Amelia nya IQ ni tinggi.
Sometimes ikut mood. Ada hari yang bodoh juga.
No lah, I saw something, right? Like you did a test and your IQ is one of the highest in Malaysia, right?
I don't know lah.
I don't know how I know this, but I remember this story.
Diorang macam hari tu macam kira-kira tu mungkin tak function. So I dapat lah surat tu and I was like, and then I was like, I nak question tapi mungkin saya diam dan saya terima lah benda yang rezeki yang baik, saya shut up dan saya terima. Kalau benda tu silap pun, terima je lah. You know?
But that's amazing though. Do you do a test every year?
No, it's you do a one-time entrance thing.
Oh, wow. See, even the way you speak also is different, you know? Lah cakap macam train kan.
That's the first thing Ani cakap bila dia masuk ke dalam studio. She's like, girl, you speaking so fast. And I'm like, honestly, kalau kita baca semua comments dekat studio Sembang, yang relevant kepada saya is always about how fast I speak.
Yeah, but I didn't realize it until I'm here.
Yeah.
Like face to face with you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
Because your videos, I put it on a lower speed. I'm kidding.
No. Faham. But I think that your childhood sounded like a really fun time.
It was good. Good.
And dia sangat-sangat explains lah macam mana seorang boleh jadi the type of adult that they are and contributions yang dia buat tu. I think a lot of it actually does start in childhood.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you sebab now we know the musical talent datang dari mana. Tapi you started actually like with a lot of like girl groups that you had throughout your career, throughout your life. And ni macam di antara yang paling awal yang I dapat jumpa about you online was called Mystique Diversity. Okay, and you also mentioned in a different interview yang you started with an a cappella R&B. Is this Mystique Diversity? Was that the genre?
Correct.
Nice. So macam mana benda tu boleh jadi? And at that time, did you think that this would be something that you akan bawa kepada your career satu hari nanti when you were an adult?
You know, I've always had dreams macam like say I have like when I started singing, you know, as a singer, singing in harmony is the most macam like it's the best feeling in the world when you get a few people to harmonize a song.
Yeah.
That's why I started that group out with my friends, you know? So it was just in school and we were just like, you know, harmonizing and then we were like, oh my God, this is so amazing. This feeling of being able to harmonize a song. So I was also inspired by groups like 𝙁𝙊𝙇𝙇, Destiny's Child. You know, so it was just so fun to just perform at school events and stuff like that. But then after school ended, we were 17 going on 18. I decided to like take it a bit seriously. But the members didn't want to, we changed members lah, but I was always
like ketua.
There was two of us, young, very serious. The other two left.
I see.
And that's when we started Surreal. So with Surreal, I found these two other girls. And we were backup singers for Dayang Nurfaiza and Siti Nurhaliza tau. Cari main-main.
Oh, bukan biasa-biasa.
Bukan biasa-biasa. And I remember lagi, kita orang perform dekat Planet Hollywood.
Oh, that was such a venue.
It was a venue.
Oh my God.
And masa kita perform kat Planet Hollywood, I needed one more singer. So we needed 5 girls. So we were rehearsing for this Dayang show at Planet Hollywood. And guess who was the last singer that joined us? But for...
I know.
Siapa?
You know.
How do you know?
Sebab you did an interview about it.
I did?
Which I read, yeah.
Oh,
you said,
yes.
You said, tapi I want to know the story from you. So maybe it's better if you tell the story. Tapi something about ICQ chat. And then you guys used to share lyrics and poems.
Yeah. So, ICQ. Oh my God, ICQ. I sound so old.
No lah, I don't know lah. Itu dari interview.
Do you even know ICQ?
I did not know. Tapi I macam, okay, MSN Messenger?
Okay lah.
Telegram?
No. Telegram mana ada mas?
Tahu. Tapi I was thinking kan, macam sayangnya kalau ada TikTok time tu, like how sick would the content have been kan?
Yeah, oh my God, what to do?
Nak buat macam mana? Tak apa.
But yeah. So we were on ICQ and you know, what was the other one? MIRC, is it? Ya Allah, ketuanya aku. Aku tak sedar aku ni tua.
Tak tua langsung.
Tak. So it was on MIRC and ICQ. So I remember like we were like, what group was it? I can't remember the name of the group lah. So, but it's like and then there's also forums at the time, hip hop and R&B forums.
Cool.
So that's how these kids would find each other and connect. And sometimes like, because I'm a hip hop girl as well as I am an R&B girl. But I was looking for a female singer. So on ICQ, I was chatting with this girl and I was like, hey, do you write poetry? And then this girl said, yeah, so send me some of your poetry because I'm really into poetry tau. So she sent me some of her 4 lines. I'm like, oh my God, you're amazing. Do you sing too? It's like, yeah, I do sing. And where do you stay? Subang. So this girl I was talking to was Yuna. So I was like, okay, and I told my friends, like, hey, I found this one girl. She writes poetry. She can sing. And she said she can sing. Can we audition her? And they were like, yeah, let's do it. So Yuna came. Masa tu dia dah pakai tudung, I think. Dia dah pakai tudung dah. Datang, but she was so shy tau. So shy. And you can tell she's an introvert, you know? But it was just such fun times. Like, the fact that that's how kids used to meet, like teenagers used to meet.
Yeah.
I think I was 16, 17, like that lah.
Yeah.
Then after that, like the group kind of disbanded because my girls, they want to continue their studies. They went to Melbourne and stuff like that. And I also continued my studies in Perth. So, but it never stopped. Even when I was in Perth, I was always on stage. At this point, I was a rapper already.
Yeah. Actually, ada soalan pasal genre, right? What was it about macam hip-hop, R&B, rap yang menarik kepada Hunny?
Oh, it's definitely a poetry.
Right.
Sebab like as a rapper, as an artist, like singing is fun, but writing pop music at the time didn't really interest me because writing pop music felt so formulated.
Faham.
And dia macam benda tu macam like you macam not copy paste lah. What do you call it? It's formulated lah.
Faham.
There's like you have to add this ingredient to add this catchy ingredient, and then you have to add this. But whereas hip hop was such a freedom, you know. So when I used to write hip hop songs, it was like I could write about anything. I just had to make sure like I'm telling a story. I'm a storyteller. So I want to tell a story in the song, and I want to learn how to rhyme better. So hip hop was always this like outlet, to be able to macam express myself in the best way I can.
Yeah.
That's why I loved it. But I still love the R&B part.
Yeah.
And I still love, like, I went to jazz as well, right? So
yeah, you did jazz as well. That's why I was like, wow, that's amazing.
So, thank you. So when I did hip hop and R&B, I realized what was the root of hip hop and R&B. It was jazz. And it was blues. So I was like, you know what? I want to go deeper. So I started a jazz band. But it was more like, it wasn't like I want to be famous. I want to be commercial with this. It was just an exploration within myself and what was giving me the passion. So I was looking for, stages to perform at. It was at Bangkok Jazz, Alexis. I mean, places around KL.
Yeah.
But I managed to perform overseas juga.
Oh, go girl.
I went to Chiang Mai. I went to Bangkok.
She actually Bangkok Jazz, okay?
Literally. So it was a great music exploration. Tapi bila I balik Malaysia I realised macam nak buat music at that time susah nak buat duit. So all these gigs, like macam I had a band macam a band I would pay like a 3-4 piece band. Tak bayar banyak. Masa I start my first band, satu malam I dapat 1,008. 1,008.
Okay.
Satu malam. Divide by 5 people. So my bandmates told me, tak apa, you take 500 because you're the singer. The rest we take. I'm like, cannot lah like this. But to make jazz commercial, it was so hard. So I took jobs as a host, as a radio DJ because I nak supplement my music.
Faham.
But in the end, I started doing everything. And then I come macam, in a way macam like, okay, I'm just following the path yang macam would give me more money, So it was hosting, it was acting for a bit, and now content creation lah.
Yeah,
so
which is everybody's.
Yeah.
Thank God for content creation.
But that's what I mean. Like I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. Okay, better than being master of one. But in this path, I realized macam I really tried everything.
Yeah.
But I do realize that the one thing that's still giving, like, making money for me is hosting. And I never, honestly, Amelia, I naik stage kan, any stage, besar ke, kecil ke, stage platform ke, I don't get nervous. Tapi you suruh I nyanyi and perform 3 songs, oh my God. I punya anxiety.
Really?
My stress. Yeah, because you have to prepare. Like,
Yeah.
with this voice right now, I know I cannot go on stage because I won't be able to hold a note and sing properly. So yeah, but right now, I'm ready to go back on stage.
Yeah.
I'm ready to perform again.
I feel like the stage probably misses you as much as you miss it, to be honest.
But to be a performer though, not like just as a host, you know?
Yeah.
So I want to give that challenge to myself again because I want to do uncomfortable things. I nak keluar daripada zone selesa.
Okay. No, that's good. I think that's like macam that's what you have to do if you want to grow, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we flash back to like the zaman, like I guess after you went overseas to study kot. Because I know you studied PR and journalism, broadcasting,
yeah.
right?
Why?
Was there was there ever a moment macam mungkin Hunny ada terfikir macam nak belajar music or something related to music, or was it something macam, I know like in Asia we're quite conservative about our educational choices, untuk membagi diri kita a backup plan kalau kalau for example
Yang
seni
Malay
tu
so cute lah.
yes, sis cuba. So kalau lah seni tu bukan sesuatu yang kita boleh macam sustain dari segi financial ke apa, most of us that end up getting a degree, which I can't relate, tapi most of us ended up choosing different paths just to provide security. Was that what it was for you?
Yeah, definitely. So music was already something I was doing, kan. So I feel like macam I'm already practicing it, and I'm not trying to like be like a really great pianist ke, great guitarist. I can play. I can play enough to write, but I won't be able to write a musical score for you lah. You know, but I'll be able to write songs, hum a tune, hum a melody to write a song. So, but PR and journalism, why I took it is because I knew in this business you need that kind of training to be able to go far. And journalism was something I was interested in because I was very much into investigative reporting and all that. I wanted to be like a CNN kind of, you know.
Cool.
But at the same time, like, when I tried it. I was like, you know what? I think I'd rather be an entertainment broadcast journalist.
Faham.
But I should have taken marketing actually, because marketing has always been something I grew up seeing my mom do. My mom, dia memang hebat lah dalam marketing. Dia punya last job pun, she was the head of marketing segment for Malay and Astro. And when she retired, so I grew up watching her lead this corporate life and having 4 kids. And she's just a brilliant woman.
Yeah,
you
what
know,
a powerhouse.
Yeah, and my dad also, he is very what would I say? He's really good with literature. He is a money broker, but he was always so like into literature, Malay literature.
Wow.
So he would be, you know, giving me like the education in terms of culturally.
Yeah.
When it comes to Malay literature, you know, all the poets lah, like macam Usman Awang, Samad Said and all that. He would be the one yang macam baca ni. You faham tak apa you baca ni? You kena tahu pasal you know, I'm from Kelantan, you need to know about 𝙁𝙃𝙄𝙎 Barat. Why 𝙁𝙃𝙄𝙎 Barat? And I was interested about 𝙁𝙃𝙄𝙎 Barat sebab 𝙁𝙃𝙄𝙎 Barat is actually like rap. But they're like pantun, but they rap, you know. So it was the combination of my parents, like, you know, my mom would be like Queen, Friends, Michael Jackson, Quincy Jones, and my dad would be like
the traditional
Search,
yes.
Wings, and then like Usman Awang
Yeah.
and all these things. So it was like a great combination.
Itu satu combo yang sangat hebat.
Yeah. It was just fun, like growing up, because we were always such a artistic family.
Yeah.
You know, even though me and my brother kind of made it, like, you know, wanted to do it professionally, but all of us still very much quite creative people. So yeah.
Another question yang I nak tanya is like, what was the scene like back then dari segi macam, I know that from the people that I've spoken to yang memang dalam industri hip hop ataupun rap, even for the men, it's like a small industry. And then I'm thinking like, untuk seorang wanita untuk mencipta ruang sendiri kat dalam satu space yang is so male-led and also quite small, and everybody tengah mencuba untuk menyelah in a very small room, right? How was that like for you? But the first kind of like moments, like contoh, you did Blast Off, right, in 2005. What was that like for you?
So yes, obviously it seems like macam Malaysia and even global, it seems like a male-dominated industry when it comes to hip-hop.
It does.
Right? But actually it's the men in the industry that actually put our names out there.
That's so nice.
You know, like I don't know, I would say like when I first started as a rapper, this didn't come from him, it came from a friend who was the organizer of the show. And the organizer of the show said to me, Joe Flizzo asked me to meet you. Who are you, And I'm like,
Abang Joe.
And I was like, what do you, hi. And Joe didn't even tell me. He didn't even tell me like, yo, I'm going to introduce you to that.
He's very supportive.
He just like put my name out there.
Wow.
You know, and it was like the way he would like, oh, do you know about this rapper? Do you know about this rapper? He would tell people about this. But he didn't tell me that he was the one who pushed my name. Do you know what I mean? And even though I think it's just the perception of the public lah, because maybe rapping is not considered sopan for women. It's not.
Mungkin.
Because when I was in Blast Off in Admonition, I had cornrows. I wore this kind of like
There's
more,
the Facebook video I was telling you about.
more baggy cargo pants, you know. And then when I was rapping, I kept pulling my pants up.
Oh, but you look so good though.
But it was part of the swag, right? So I guess it's not very feminine, and maybe it's the public perception lah. Like, you know, it's hard to support a woman who doesn't look like a woman, a woman who's acting like a man on stage. But behind closed doors, like with the males who are the active participant in industry, I mean the rappers lah. It was guys like Sona One. He was the one who gave me my name, Hunny Madu, actually.
Really?
Yeah. You want to know the story?
I want to know the story. I feel like,
Mika,
okay,
I'm talking about
sebenarnya
you.
it has Mika written all over it, no?
Yeah. Does it?
He's so like sharp with it that like...
Yeah. Actually, Mika really helped a few songs to come up with certain titles as well for me and Keda. So Mika and me, we grew up like we've known each other for the longest time since college days tau. So when we were in college, our most favorite thing to do is we would sit in a circle. Okay, after class, I would sit in a circle, and we would put a beat on, and then we would play these like freestyle, like instrumentals.
That sounds like such a fun group of
Yeah.
people.
But I was always the only girl, you know.
Yeah.
So we would sit around a circle, and then we would put on beat. All right, man, let's start a freestyle session. So we would start the freestyle session, and then it'd be like, and then the guy would go, and the guy would go, and at first, the first few sessions, I'm like, I don't know what to say. It's like, just flow, man. Just flow, man. Okay. And then I would just flow. And after that, Mika, it was Mika's turn. At the time, he wasn't Sona One yet. It was just Mika. And then he was like something, and you know how I do it, you should call yourself Hunny Madu. And then I was like, wait, what? Yes! You know, like, and then he was like, you like that name? Like, yeah. Because prior to that, when I was on stage, I called myself Honey Buns.
Honey Buns is cute too.
But it's like not serious lah. Honey
Faham.
Buns, you know? Buns, why Buns? But when it was Hunny Madu because I love Erykah Badu.
Right.
So I was like, oh my god, that reminds me of Erykah Badu. I can be Hunny Madu. It sounds catchy, but it's kind of silly at the same time.
Yeah, but it's also so smart because it's like
you know?
honey and then honey again, you know, but like in a different language. Macam bijak sebenarnya.
Yeah, but it came from him. So all credits go to him. So,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Even the song Go Hard Gostan, Go Hard or Gostan, I did with Keda.
Yeah.
We were like, go hard or what lah? Go hard or what? He was like, go hard or Gostan. And me and Keda was like, yes.
Oh, bijak dia.
Yeah. So then the
Faham.
credits go to him lah.
You know, when I did the music video untuk 𝙁𝙍𝙄𝙎 kan, I think Go Hard and Gostan had already come out yet.
Yeah.
It had already come out.
Yeah.
That was my like anthem, you know.
Really?
Yeah. Because I would tell my friends, and I remember using this in a sentence, and this is so embarrassing to tell you this, but like, but honestly, you guys did such a good job, kan? So we'd be like talking about things, and it was always like, so macam mana kita nak tackle benda ni? Macam mana kita nak buat benda ni? Go hard or Gostan, okay? So, and because
love
from
that,
your
I'm on
song, no, from your song, and that was like actually a thing. So macam bila you jemput Ain jadi macam in your music video, I was like, go hard or Gostan, like let's go. So yeah, it's just some history. Okay, so. Let's talk about radio. So then after Blast Off, and I think macam what you were doing at the time, as you mentioned, masuk ke dalam radio, and you started on hits before moving to Fly. What was it like working in radio, especially pada ketika itu? Because I rasa macam mungkin zaman tu around like 2007, 2008 until 2013, that was like peak radio.
Yeah.
Peak radio.
But you on radio too, right?
Yeah, I was.
Let's talk about that.
Episode lain. Episode lain.
Nanti when I do podcast, you come on my
Oh,
show.
I
okay?
would love to. I would love to. Yeah, so how was radio for you?
Okay, so masa yang Hunny jadi radio DJ on hits, I did not think,
Hunny tak terfikir.
tak terfikir sebenarnya dapat audition tu. So sebenarnya I pergi audition banyak tau. I pergi audition I audition untuk Melody.
Melody.
I audition untuk Melody lah, Nona,
Oh, tapi style kan?
3R.
3R.
Nona tak dapat lah obviously kan. Melody bukan macam tak nak buat, tapi dia punya lingo tu macam I cannot. Sorry.
Tak faham. It's like
The
Dia ada-
lingo
dia ada
that they
cara dia
wanted.
sendiri.
The
Faham.
lingo yang dia nak I cakap tu macam I cakap, that's not me lah.
Faham.
So 3R, I did not get it, but I was shortlisted. But I tried. I like hosting. So masa jadi radio DJ dekat Hits, I was like, oh, this is great. You know, I dapat belajar macam apa lagu-lagu pop yang dia main. I learned a lot about pop culture. So pengalaman tu memang best. But something happened masa I dekat Hits that led me to going to Fly FM.
Boleh bercerita pasal?
Boleh.
Apa jadi?
Sangat. So masa I dekat radio, masa tu Hari Merdeka tau.
Yeah.
Hari Merdeka, I was I think it was my first few months dekat Hits, okay? So I had 2 guests on the show, Hannata dengan Liang. Ingat lagi. So on this show, I did a CTA, right? Hey, call us now if and win something, but I just want you to sing the Negaraku in your own creative way.
Yeah.
So that was a CTA, right?
Yeah.
So orang call lah. So there's this one caller. Dia call, dia kata, boleh tak I rap lagu Negaraku? And I said,
Macam cool.
and I said, oh yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So dia rap lah, hey, negaraku, tanah tumpahnya darahku, blah blah blah. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. And then my guest also said, that's so cool, and you won the prize. Letak phone. Tiba-tiba, beberapa hari lepas tu, keluar satu artikel dekat, I tak ingat which paper, Berita Harian ke Harian Metro, I tak ingat. DJ Hits persendakan lagu kebangsaan.
Sumpah lah.
Lepas tu, we were all brought into a meeting and cakap, siapa ni? Siapa on air that time? Because dia kata DJ malam punya slot. I lah. Lepas tu my boss at the time, dia kena pergi istana, minta ampun. Lepas tu I kena suspended, babe. I kena suspended. Dia letak I
Aduh.
dekat X-Fresh. I didn't mind it. Tapi macam I knew like, kenapa X-Fresh? Macam pelik tau market dia macam tak kena. Because I was a English announcer, you know. So I was there macam a few months, beberapa bulan je lepas tu. Then dapat offer pergi Fly FM, saya pergi Fly FM. But if you ask anyone dekat Astro about the Negarakunya situation, my name and my what not to do is there. So I'm actually pretty famous for like, make sure you don't make this boo-boo because yeah. So technically in Malaysia, kalau you tak tahu, you tak boleh nyanyi lagu negaraku dalam genre rap, genre R&B, genre soul, tak boleh. So I pernah nyanyi lagu negaraku dekat MotoGP punya race, and at first bila I submitted the song, it was a demo lah, I hantar lah tu ni. I nyanyi style R&B tau. Negaraku. I'm sorry, my voice is hoarse. And then ada macam twang, you know. And then the head of that person over there, I can't remember who said, sorry, you cannot sing it this way. There's protocol, you gotta sing it straight. So like now I know lah, like negaraku memang tak boleh nyanyi cara lain.
Mungkin ini sejenis pelajaran untuk saya juga, sebab saya tak pernah terfikir pasal situation ni.
Yeah.
And untuk orang kat luar
I
sana
pun tak
mungkin
tahu at the time.
Faham.
I tak tahu yang kita tak boleh rap lagu negaraku. And the guy, dia bukan macam tukar lirik ke, dia buat macam macam kurang ajar ke.
Dia,
tak.
secara tak sengaja.
Dia macam dia rap macam biasa.
Ya.
Negaraku, tanah tumpahnya darahku. Tak boleh. I think also, entahlah, maybe it was like wrong place, wrong time. And tiba-tiba that journalist heard it and dia macam like, oh, diorang ni persendakan lagu bangsaan, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. So,
which is tak ada siapa ada niat pun dalam situation
tak
tu.
ada, tak ada niat. It was Merdeka Day.
Malaysia. Yeah, faham.
Yeah, so itulah.
Yeah. I have a similar story about radio, and I rasa macam radio tu adalah satu tempat untuk Amy juga. The reason mungkin kenapa I faham sangat your situation is because I rasa radio is like a high stress environment for me. Sebab I rasa macam kefahaman saya tak cukup.
Tak cukup
untuk saya bekerja kat radio, because I never seem to understand what they wanted from me. And itulah struggle I. So when I was working at radio, within a few weeks of me being there, I'm pretty sure this is called the Amelia Henderson F up. Probably because like I really feel like macam aduh, it's not even funny. The story is not even funny. I got a call and I kerja weekend sebab saya belum dapat kepercayaan ketua-ketua bosses I time tu untuk kerja weekday. So I tak ada slot sendiri pun. And I don't think I really messed it up that bad. But I got a call in the morning daripada boss I. And he called me and he said, Amy, you have to come in early today. And I was like, kenapa? And I had not opened the news. I had not opened any type of social media. That was the day of 𝙏𝙃𝙄𝙎𝙊𝘿𝙀.
Oh my God.
I was like, what is happening? And I remember having to go to work that day and I got told super strictly, also this is my second week of radio, macam saya tak tahu apa-apa. Tolonglah jangan bagi saya tanggungjawab ini. Saya takut. Saya takut sebab saya tak nak secara tak sengaja
Cakap benda salah.
Tak hormat kepada situation, bukan beban. That's not the right word at all. Maksud saya tanggungjawab tu sangat besar.
Yeah.
And like they left me there and they were like, you cakap apa yang kita punya Perdana Menteri cakap. And I cakap, macam mana saya nak tahu Perdana Menteri kita cakap apa? Saya kat dalam konti ni. And then they said, Google. So I tengah WhatsApp dengan my mom, tolonglah buka berita and SMS I setiap benda yang keluar, setiap berita yang baru, saya hanya boleh cakap benda ni. And it was the most stressful 2 hours of my life. And then they brought in a more experienced radio DJ at the time to take over from my slot, Lenora at the time. And I was like, Lenora, thank God, please. Tapi those 2 hours, I totally understand. It's like you're just trying your best to make it work and macam tak seberapa tahu. And I think in your situation as well, there's no niat to mess anything up, you know? Like we understand kita punya tanggungjawab macam mana, especially kalau you're recording live. But oh my God, craziness radio.
But honestly, I remember you at radio. You were good. I loved your voice on radio.
Air checks I semua sucks. You suck.
Serious?
You suck. Yes.
Berapa lama you kat radio?
Tak adalah suck. They weren't that bad. But they would always tell me like, oh, mungkin you have to sound younger. Then next week would be mungkin you have to sound older. And then it's like, you terlalu ceria. And then macam you tak cukup ceria.
Oh my God.
Macam, I'm sorry guys. I rasa I tak mampu.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you left lah.
I left. I was like, sorry guys.
see.
Saya minta maaf. Love you so much. But this is not working out because I'm letting you down. But did it lepas Hunny dah pergi ke Fly pula,
Yeah,
or
I
like
was
or to a
happy.
different environment, was that better for you because you were there for a long time?
Yeah. Fly FM was such a good experience for me. Like the team was like really like a family unit. And I got to do creative things. So masa kat Fly FM, I was given this show called Fly FM Campur Chart. And Fly FM Campur Chart is like a monthly showcase where it's a weekly show which leads to a monthly showcase.
Cool.
Where you would champion all these unknown local acts. So that's my jam lah, you know. That was my passion, you know, putting talented people on radio for the first time and then seeing them on the stage for the first time. I love that stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then after that, I conceptualized with my program manager this show called Fly FM Stripped. And my KPI...
I remember this.
You remember this?
Yes.
Yeah, so that was my show. So Fly FM Stripped, why I wanted to do that show is because I told my management, like, look, I wanna grow our YouTube numbers.
Yeah.
You know, and I think we should do a stripped down version of a hit local song and then get the artist to perform a pop song of their choice. Or if they don't have a song, perform one local song and one English song and put it on YouTube. And you know what? Fly FM Stripped was viral, man. We had millions of views on YouTube.
That's awesome.
Millions. And I can proudly say that was my show.
Yes.
You know, and YouTube masa tu it was like macam not so big on like local shows yet. So I'm very proud of that show lah. So that's why I stayed. But I think
you were there for like 5-6 tahun kan?
yeah, 6 tahun.
Why did you step away?
I dah macam sampai level yang macam I tak tahu mana nak pergi dah.
Faham.
You know, so I feel like I dah reached the top. You know, so and I don't want macam to be let go. So at the time I already won this award, coolest radio announcer at Shout Awards. I was happy about that. I did Fly FM Strip, I did Fly FM Campur Chart. I was happy with my shift. And I was like, you know what? I've championed and supported all these local acts, but it's time for me to take my music seriously. So I left literally just to try, so backstory. Masa I dekat radio 2010, 2010 I released an album tau. This album was called Pulau Janji.
Yes, I have that. That's next question for you.
Yeah, but Pulau Janji, it wasn't played anywhere except for my radio station Fly FM and Hot. Because it's conflict of interest.
Sebab you kerja dekat Media
So I
Prima.
kerja dekat radio. So I was like, masa tu, I even have one song with Anwar Zain in the album.
Yes, I
Kisah
know.
Kita. I love that song.
Yeah.
I still love that song. Proud of that song. So that song was played heavily on Hot. And then when I serviced the song to Astro punya side, diorang tak pernah main. Because I'm a DJ kan.
At a competitive.
Yeah. So I macam, at that time I didn't know. So at the time I thought macam, maybe my music sucks. You know? So I was like, man, I shouldn't be making music. But after a while, a lot of people advised me and said, look, it's because you're a DJ, they won't play your song. It's just conflict of interest. So more and more, 2011, 2012, after I gave birth to my daughter Eva, I think when she was born, that gave me a sense of purpose. Though. I'm like I felt like macam, I feel like now that I have a daughter, I need to show her that mommy has tried everything to achieve her dreams so that she can reach higher and more. You know, so that sense of purpose like gave me the courage to like leave radio, because there's this saying like once in radio, you always be in radio tau. So 2013 was when she was 1 year old. 2013 was when I made the decision like, okay lah, I need to go because I feel like people already know me. I've done so many things.
Yeah, you served your time.
Yeah, so macam I'm going to try and do music. That's why I did 𝙁𝙍𝙄𝙎. That's why I did 𝙁𝙍𝙄𝙎. So
yes.
That's why I started doing my businesses like Madu Cosmetics, and like I traveled more for work, like macam banyak lah hosting jobs around. So it was, yeah.
Before we get into all that though.
Hi guys, okay, we're taking a break sekejap because Amy nak kena bagi tahu you guys that if you haven't heard yet, Zeus Coffee ada keluarkan Iced CEO Coconut Latte yang sangat menyegarkan dalam cuaca yang panas ni. And today, we're gonna try it together. Alright, so first, kita kena kacau dia dulu. Make sure that your drink is nicely mixed. And then we try it, guys. Oh, it's good. Amy rasa dia sangat smooth. It's very aromatic. Macam biasa, we all know that Zeus Coffee's coffee is really good. Tapi also satu lagi, dia tak terlalu manis, which I actually really appreciate. It's good. Penambahan coconut milk dalam CEO latte memang kena dengan tekak Malaysian Amy. Lagipun, coconut milk ni I rasa tak manis sangat tau. I'm sure you're wondering what it tastes like, and mungkin korang nak try sendiri, so you already know where to find it. Korang boleh belilah dekat Zeus and try it yourself, okay? Coffee lovers, I think this one is gonna be for you. So, whilst you guys tengah cari Zeus yang berdekatan, let's go back to the show.
Let's talk about Pulau Janji.
Yeah, okay.
Because this was badass. Okay, so macam
Badass.
biasa ni bila kita tengok diskografi seorang penyanyi, for me at least, jarang I nampak lah macam diorang akan keluarkan an album. Like that was the first like Hunny making a stand, right? I terkejut because I was like trying to figure out, and mungkin Hunny boleh betulkan kalau info I salah, like was any of these like a single first? No, nothing. It was just album.
Album.
Yeah, and a lot of it, like apa yang I baca juga, is that some of these songs wujud bertahun-tahun sebelum album ni keluar. Contoh, even macam Kisah Kita kan, that was apparently a few years before the album even came out, and you just didn't release it.
Yeah.
So, what? Aperture?
The cerita is that I ada banyak lagu unreleased even until today.
Yeah.
So macam with Kisah Kita with Anwar Zain, for example, lagu tu I dah tulis, man, okay, now dah lama lah, maybe 20 years ago, okay?
Yeah.
At the time, I dah tulis lagu tu, the only person that I can imagine doing a duet with me is Anwar Zain. Padahal I tak kenal pun Anwar Zain masa tu. I tengah mimpi je I kenal Anwar Zain. So I know my mom kenal Anwar Zain lah because of her work with Astro semua, but I wasn't about to go through her.
Yeah.
And so one day I jumpa dia at a dinner randomly.
Yeah.
He was having dinner with a few girlfriends, and you know, and then he was there at the table. I'm like, he's there, and the song is in my phone. What should I do? So I went to him and I said, Bang Noah, hi, I'm Hunny. He said, I kenal you siapa, blah blah blah. I ada lagu lah untuk you. So I bagi dia dengar lagu tu, and then he said yes. Terkejut I.
Like at the dinner.
Yes.
Terus serta-merta.
He said, I suka lagu ni.
Oh.
Nanti you call manager I. Kan dia very lembut kan. The next 2 weeks, boom, dia record babe. Dia record in 1 hour. But it was like my childhood dream macam like realized, you know. So, and some of the songs like Suara, those are the songs that I've been performing a lot at my gigs, but never recorded. So a lot of the songs yang macam we've been writing in the studio, and then we bring it on stage and we perform, and then we see people's reaction, and they're like, you know what, let's record it in the studio properly. So that was why lah.
That's so cool.
But now the process for me is different. I'll record songs first, and then perform it. Like before, because I had a band, we would jam it out first
Faham.
and then perform on stage,
Got
So
it.
I don't have a band now.
Yeah, proses dia
Process dia lain lah, but
kan?
I mean it's still a creative process, but
Yeah.
the process is different.
It's so cool. I always feel like for me macam untuk dengar cerita pasal celebrities kan, it's such a weird experience because I kerja dalam industry. So I memang nampak celebrities as people because not most of them, but quite a few are my friends. And so when you hear about like a story macam ni, it just reminds you that macam at the end of the day, kita semua manusia, semua
Yeah.
ada cara kita sendiri, kerja
Yeah.
kita sendiri, and it's so nice to hear about such graciousness within the industry. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
which is cool. So for your album, you wrote quite a few of the songs on it, if I'm not mistaken from what I've read. How did you teach yourself to do that? Dari mana you dapat macam ilham untuk menulis? Because that's a very, very interesting and difficult skill. Mungkin dari poetry?
Yeah, I mean it's macam nak cakap ah. So okay, actually before I actually didn't like pop music tau. I hated pop music. I was such a snob tau, because I feel like macam when I look at the credits, I'm like none of the singers write it themselves, and I'm wondering, is this really their story or are they just singing somebody else's story? So but already from school I memang suka poetry pun. I suka baca saja, I suka baca
Yeah.
cerpen, kisah, like what do you call it? Short stories. Short stories and books and poetry and all that. So it was always something macam I want to be a good writer. So I could work with someone who could write me a good song. But masa tu I macam like I just want to write something that is close to my heart. Even though it might not be good, but at least something from my heart, So yeah, that was it really. I just wanted to write everything because I want the experience and the honesty when I tell the story is pure from me.
Yeah.
But sometimes when I do that and I perform it, it's just like, oh God, it brings me back to that time.
Yeah, faham.
Because these are my words, kan?
Yeah.
So it's pros and cons juga lah.
Yeah. I feel like macam dari apa yang I dengar, I've never written anything before in my life except for scripts. But it sounds like a very vulnerable process.
It is
sebab you
very.
kena meletakkan banyak sangat emosi yang sebenar, yang jujur kat dalam.
Yeah. I've written about my ex before, and very specific lines to I don't want to say what but my ex-husband. So I my PA is laughing because she knows which song.
Dia tahu semua rahsia.
Dia tahu. So it's very specific. So like there was one point like after my divorce, I'm like she was playing that song because she just likes that song, my PA, right? So I'm like, can you not play the song? Just reminds me of him.
Faham?
And like so I guess it's like that's why I say it's good and bad,
Yeah.
because these are your words. And your words are coming to haunt you sometimes.
And they're living there forever. Tapi
Yeah.
pada masa yang sama, I think there's something incredibly beautiful about it. Sebab you dapat macam capture
Yeah.
a moment in your life yang akan hidup selama-lamanya, biar bagus ke tak bagus
Yeah.
ke, memory dia macam mana pun.
I guess so.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's kind of nice. After your album, that's when Gostan with Keda, and then also Gucci-Do and all of that. And that was definitely like, in my opinion, my very tak cukup education pasal music punya opinion. Not
good.
It's pop, but it's also like a bit more like back to the roots of Hunny Madu dengan R&B and hip hop and rapping for sure.
Yeah.
So apa yang menyebabkan shift tu dekat dalam creative process Hunny Madu?
Okay, so like I said, I told you before, I despised pop music before.
Yeah.
And then my time at radio, macam it taught me a lot lah. Like kau ni
Lepas
bangang
5
lah.
tahun
Kau ni
dengan
bangang
pop
lah
music.
ni. Buat lagu short sendiri buat apa? Buat lagu macam tu ahead of time pun people won't understand.
Tak dapat
kan?
terima.
People won't understand. So then I was like, okay, I can do pop music, but let me do it in my own way.
Yeah.
Like macam let the lyrics be me then, but the music is pop. So 𝙏𝙃𝙄𝙎 was like the saying go hard or go home, right?
Yeah.
So that was it really, but we want to localize it, So using like a colloquial term, Gostan is go Esther, and it comes from Kelantan, so it's fun, And then the song is just such a pumped up song, And 𝙁𝙃, why I like working with 𝙁𝙃 is I've known her for the longest time. So dia the first female rapper yang I jumpa dia kat MySpace But so I tarik dia, I jumpa kat MySpace, and then she did this freestyle. And I tarik dia masuk this collective. We have a hip hop collective called Flow Fam. So masa kita orang budak-budak, sekarang masih budak-budak So masa kita orang 18 years old lah. Kita orang 18 years old kita orang we started this hip-hop collective. There was Tricks, there was Nakib, Sona One, Alif, Karmal, Dennis, Gibo from XFM, and a few others.
Okay.
So we still have a group, Flow Fam. That's still our group, and this is our line, our sign. Flow Fam, 𝑥, line. So
Yeah. Why do I also feel like you started off the AV music video macam tu juga? There was some sort of like, it was like this as well. It was like, I don't know what was happening.
that was I did that to represent my collective.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Okay.
in our collective, ada 2 je female rapper, me and 𝘾𝙗𝙗. So one of my dreams that was never realized is that I wanted to make a Flow Fam album. You know how Too Fat had a fam? Fat
Yeah.
fam.
Yeah.
Too Fat had a fat fam. So we were like so inspired by that. So we're like, let's do our own fam
Flow
collective.
Fam.
So that and we did a show we did 2 showcases.
Yeah.
It was great. The turnout was like 1,000 kids came. It was great. It's just having that hip hop camaraderie. It was nice. So wait, I'm digressing. Where were we?
No, sambung. It's about like the shift. Macam mana you made that like musical shift daripada your album kepada the singles yang you keluarkan selepas tu.
Yeah. So I worked with 𝘾𝙗𝙗. Actually, we released a whole mixtape. The mixtape had like 10 songs, but the 2 singles were 𝙁𝙏𝙃 and 𝙁𝙃𝙄𝙎.
Yeah.
But that whole process of recording the whole mixtape with her and having someone else macam another female rapper yang bagi banyak idea, and then dia punya energy tu different tau. And then even bila kita on stage perform, I'm the one yang macam jumping on stage and 𝘾𝙗𝙗's like macam
Yeah.
just compose je like.
Actually, kalau tengok the music video pun boleh nampak 2 personality yang very complementary lah with each other actually.
Yeah.
But different.
Yeah.
But very supportive of each other.
Yeah. She's my sister for life lah, for sure. And it was fun exploring all that. But I took a pause from it because of my son actually. So I took a pause from music really because of my son. After he was sick, I was like, I just can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not now. I'm okay now.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
Another question that I had for you is sebagai seorang yang macam keluarkan your entire album entirely under yourself, right? And then you started doing a lot of collaborations macam dalam zaman ni. Does that make a difference for you? Like if you're performing it alone ke? Is it nicer to have that camaraderie? Because hip-hop tu is sejenis community yang sebenarnya sangat solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Performing alone is always boring lah, honestly.
Yeah.
Kalau the budget is great, I memang nak panggil either a band or a bunch of dancers because the energy just changes on stage.
Yeah.
But certain songs is great to perform alone. Like maybe if it's a slower song.
Like a ballad or something.
Yeah,
I
like
would
a ballad. It would
imagine.
be perfect, right? And then the lighting would have to change and stuff like that.
Spotlight.
Yeah, right? But kalau macam upbeat songs, it's a bit boring. Even like if I watch a solo performer on stage for the longest time, just solo, I get bored too because I want to see something on stage.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the answer to the question lah.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Alright, so kepada hosting pula, nasi lemak kopi O.
Okay. Tak sanggup you akan tanya pasal nasi lemak kopi O.
Why?
Tak tahu.
But it was a good show.
Was it?
Yeah, I feel like you were
You
there for-
tengok that show ke?
I didn't watch it at the time, but I watched it in preparation for this interview. And kalau tak silap,
Good save.
nasi lemak kopi O juga is yang apa yang melahirkan peluang for the Fast and Furious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Betul.
Kan? So that's what I wanted to ask you. Macam dalam your exploration of industri seni and not really migration, but trying to find something else yang boleh support you in your musical journey, was this kind of like the extension of radio?
Yeah, so masa I kat radio, masa I kat Fly FM, Hot FM will ask me to host their show on the weekends tau. So imagine lah, 5 days I cakap, lepas tu weekend I buat their show, but it was a recorded show lah. But when I did Hot FM, I was like, best juga host in Malay ni because it makes me like macam learn something new.
Yeah.
Because I'm so used to speaking English kan. So
Yeah.
on Hot FM they play different songs, so it was good like research for me as
And
well.
it's like fresh skit.
Yeah, so masa nasi lemak kopi O came about, I sebenarnya I datang audition. I was asked to perform my single Miss Strong from Pulau Janji. So I perform lah. Lepas tu masa dia orang tengah interview I jawab lah in Malay. Jawab. Tiba the producer said, Honey, you nak audition tak as host untuk Nasi Lemak? I'm like, huh? Me? It's like, macam, sesuai ke? Tak, kita rasa someone urban like you boleh kot buat.
Oh, cool.
So I macam, good challenge. You know, so bila I started memang macam kekok sikit lah because I couldn't find the right words,
Yeah,
you know.
faham.
But I kept on reading macam, you know, utusan, I baca berita harian, I baca everyday Malay papers, reading back all my Malay books semua, practicing. And then, you know, that show, dia banyak macam interview ministers lah, menteri kewangan, you interview all in Malay
All
kan.
sorts, yeah.
Yeah, all sorts. Like, so it was fun. Macam just learning how to communicate with different types of people. Very different from the people I would host on my show Fly FM.
Yeah.
So masa that time, I started Nasi Lemak Kopi O, I think 2011 ke 2012 kot. 2012, the same year I got pregnant, all the way to 2015 I think. So those 3 years, imagine masa I kat radio, I would finish the show kat Nasi Lemak Kopi O. Okay, terima kasih kerana menonton. Assalamualaikum dan jumpa lagi. Boom, masuk Konti Fly FM. Welcome to Fly FM. So it was like I had to switch roles.
Yeah.
And that was so fun for me. It's
Yeah?
tiring. Yeah, fun.
Yeah.
Sebab you macam, you kena play dual roles, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
macam,
faham.
you have to be pure English on Fly FM. And then you have to be like pure Malay on Nasi Lemak.
Yeah.
So,
Question, did you ever find it macam susah sebenarnya untuk straddle dua market? Sebab apa yang, I mean from my own experience juga, apa yang saya nampak tu is that kita ada very like, honestly a little bit unfortunately, bukan nak jadi negatif, tapi a bit divided over diaspora, right? So siapa yang cakap bahasa English tu akan dengar benda-benda urban, whatever that means, which is English speaking radio, English speaking programs, which sangat kurang bandingkan dengan kita punya national language, obviously, right? And then you have the national language and the mass market, which is what it's called, and then you have the Chinese demographic and the Tamil demographic and all sorts. Did you ever find it to be more of a challenge as somebody yang ada skill set yang straddle dua market untuk menyatukan dalam career you? Sebab I can imagine that kalau you buat Fly FM, audience base you dekat sana sekian-sekian. Kalau you buat Nasi Lemak Kopi O, audience base you sekian-sekian. So, macam mana you susunkan career you dari segi pemilihan projek yang you nak terlibat untuk menyatukan your audience?
but that was always the like aim tau. I macam
100%, yeah.
kan, I nak macam orang tahu yang kita ni, okay, just because I speak English doesn't mean I cannot speak Malay. And masa time tu, it's like macam dia macam ni lah. I was always curious to understand the target audience for me, when what works for me, you know.
Faham.
It's my own personal research. So masa I was given that opportunity to go on Nasi Lemak Kopi O pun, actually that process took some time, because there was the head person, when my name came up, dia cakap, I remember the producer told me like, Hunny Madu, dia urban lah, mana dia boleh buat this show. And then she stuffed that tape to her and said, you tengok ni dulu, you tengok casting tape dia dulu. I dah macam, tak payahlah. When she watched, she's like, oh, dia boleh cakap Melayu you know, so dia macam, so it was like, I love that I could prove people wrong, you know, just because I can speak English doesn't mean I can't speak Malay, you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's something that you gotta prove people. And if you learn communication skills, kalau anda pandai berkomunikasi, dan anda dapat kalau that language, even example Korean lah, you cannot speak Korean properly lah, right? But if the way you know how to do that body language with that person will still understand you. It's
Untuk
because
menyampaikan sesuatu kan.
you have mastered that art of communication. So communication skill for me is still something that I'm learning, and I really am very curious about that always. Because communication doesn't lie just in your job, your workspace or whatever. It also embodies your communication with your child, with your husband. And that is so important, you know. And just, for example, kalau macam, I don't know about you lah, kalau I host kan, I tengok dulu, I kan scan the crowd. I scan, I tahu apa yang nak cakap. I tahu macam mana I nak bawa diri untuk cakap to that audience, you know. So kalau I tengok macam, okay, Chinese from where? Chinese macam they're like what? So I add lah more Chinese lingo, and I try and do more, you know, jokes that they will understand, you know. So it's learning your audience.
It's very adaptive.
Yeah. So it's communication lah.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important skill to have. And this encompasses all actually. I think it applies for everyone.
100%. And I also think daripada apa yang I dengar from your story, Hunny, is that you've had situations at several points in your career where you've had to prove people wrong and show people almost like unnecessarily and almost even in an unfair way that you are capable of the things that you're capable of.
Yeah.
Contoh, what I mean, right, is that macam bila you keluarkan album you, untuk convincekan orang untuk main album pun, it feels like it's like you know, and then like dengan nasi lemak kopi untuk convincekan orang that just because English you sangat fasih dan you seorang yang sangat
Urban.
What does that mean? English speaking lah. Urban tu lah kan.
Tak tahu
so,
urban tu maksudnya apa?
I
Orang yang
tak
duduk kat KL ke apa?
Bangsa bubble. Saya tak pasti. Tapi pada beberapa ketika, it almost feels as if you have to like show that you can do it in a way that seems like a bit unfair towards you, almost. Did you ever feel this way? And macam mana you macam resetkan your mindset untuk tak pernah berputus asa, because that's something that you never did either.
Selalu sampai hari ni.
Yeah.
The other, I think late last year, Hunny dijemput untuk jadi MC untuk satu corporate show ni tau.
Dalam bahasa English ke, bahasa Melayu ke, bahasa Cina ke?
I cannot speak Chinese.
Oh, okay.
Dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Okay.
Tapi masa meeting ni, dia punya siapa? I think dia punya head lah. Okay, malas nak cakap lah. It was a guy. Dia cakap, have you hosted this kind of event before? And I was like, sorry, what do you mean? Like, have you hosted this kind of event? You know, you have to address very important corporate people. It's like a gala. No, but it's not like a gala. There's like a forum. Yes, I have. Can you share with me? But the way dia tanya,
it's very patronizing.
Very patronizing. And it was, I don't know, I really felt like macam, I felt challenged tau.
Yeah.
Macam like, wow, engkau pandang aku macam ni eh?
It's a power play thing.
Yeah.
Macam untuk membuatkan you rasa macam you kecil, so you jangan.
Yeah.
Tak tahu. So you jangan apa?
And
so
then,
you jangan perform dekat atas pentas. Bukankah you sepatutnya nak I perform dekat atas pentas tu?
Yeah, but I was an MC
Sorry,
for.
terkeluar you see.
You emo.
Sebab pernah kena.
You see. So masa dekat event tu kan, I macam kerik sikit lah dengan dia, macam malas sikit nak tegur, macam hello, how are you?
Go girl.
Hello. Lepas tu ada buat lah, ada MC semua. Lepas tu all the staff semua sibuk nak ambil gambar dengan I. Semua cakap, oh my god, you're such a good host, you're so funny, and then baru dia terhege-hege senyum dekat I. So I macam, that means I did well today. You know, but right before that meeting prior to that, it just like, wow, if you treat me like that, imagine how you treat your staff.
100%.
You know? Like, is this how you treat your staff? It's so toxic.
But the way that you handled it, dalam pandangan saya dan mungkin semua kat luar sana, is the only real mature way of handling it. Like, maybe bila kita muda lagi and we're early in our stages of our career kan, bila kita menghadap situation macam ni, I pun pernah terasa, pernah balik, pernah menangis sebab I rasa macam I takkan boleh mampu sampailah ke sudah. Tapi sekarang I think the only way is sahut lah cabaran tu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Take it as a challenge. Betul.
Yeah.
Sahut cabaran tu and like do it the best you can, and then like, you know what, that person is going to be like, oh my god, I was so stupid.
Yeah, betul. Dia sendiri akan rasa macam malu dengan pembawakan dia.
Kan. So yeah, that's the best
Betul.
way. Yeah.
So my next question is about your song Bintang Kejora, which I heard was like there's a story behind this yang melibatkan macam PKP and yeah, so ceritakanlah.
Ayo, Bintang Kejora. Okay, this song it was just something that I was still writing. Tak siap lagi pun lagu tu. And then somehow masa COVID, I just wanted to put out a song, but I didn't really macam think about macam mana nak memasarkan lagu tu ke, nak put it on radio ke. Sebenarnya lagu tu is like it's a demo. So I just put it out because I just want to put something out that, you know, if anyone heard it, I don't think banyak views pun lagu tu. But if anyone heard it, maybe it would give them a little bit of hope, you know? And I just lost my grandmother at the time. So lagu tu is like dedicated to her lah, you know. So during COVID, I don't know about you, but masa COVID, my family teruk juga because like struggled juga lah, because my husband is a chef and dia restaurant tutup, and then for me job pun tak banyak. So but at the same time we were the happiest.
Yeah.
Because financially we were struggling.
Yeah.
But spiritually,
Yeah.
we were vibrating. We were uplifted. I don't know how to say it. Macam kita financial struggle, tapi everyday kita happy tau.
Yeah, it was honestly a financial crisis for so many entertainers because kita nak kerja macam mana bila kita betul-betul tak essential langsung. But for so many people who had it worse, I'm just grateful I had food on the table,
Yeah, exactly. But like I said, financially we were struggling, but we were just vibrating, like spiritually. It was the most fun. Like I think I was also the fittest because everyday workout, masak, play with the kids, clean the house.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Tengah mencari positivity
Yeah.
dalam keadaan yang kita tak ada control pun.
It was good. So Bintang Kejora was just something yang macam I just wanted to put out. I just wanted to put something out for fun lah. Yeah.
Which is nice. But
I'm surprised you brought that up.
no, because I thought there was like a really powerful story behind it, because I think that like during COVID, which is such a difficult time, untuk ada macam kelonggaran dan space kat dalam hati untuk create something untuk orang lain dalam keadaan yang susah tu is a very big, generous thing.
Oh, thank you. Sebenarnya Amelia, I banyak lagu dekat dalam vault I tak keluarkan lagi.
Bila nak keluarkan?
Tak tahu. Tunggulah dulu. When it comes to songs, I'm quite a perfectionist lah.
Yeah.
I need it to be a certain way. I need it to sound a certain way, and I need it to have the right marketing plan behind. So I tak nak keluar lagu macam Bintang Kejora. Like I said, I keluarkan because I nak keluarkan is a YouTube song. That's it. There's no like, how do I monetize from it? Blah 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 blah. But it was just one of those things because I'm still an artist. I'm very creative.
That's never going to change.
That's never gonna change.
Never gonna
So, but at the same time, I need to be a strong businesswoman.
True.
And I need to understand how to go about things and not just like do it like for no reason.
Yeah. But sentiasa kita akan nampak there's always going to be a conflict between business and art sometimes, because sometimes you're gonna pick a side, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
Tapi sebelum kita masuk ke dalam topik business, because I do have some questions about that as well, I wanted to ask you about being a mom.
Okay. Bila nak jadi mom?
Oh. Saya sangat
Bila wedding tu? Jangan lupa jemput.
saya happy
Next year.
dengan status saya sebagai makcik. Wedding belum
Makcik?
sebab tak ada calon.
Tak ada calon.
Tak ada calon. Kahwin dengan you, nak ajak I kahwin dengan anak saya. So macam mana saya boleh lupa? My cat.
Oh, okay. Sorry, she said sausage. Apa? Sausage?
No.
Calon dia sausage.
Bila saya fikir balik, saya rasa nama tu macam agak mengundang fitnah juga. Tapi saya sumpah itu bukan
That
niat saya.
sounds wrong, kids.
Yeah,
Close your
tapi
ears.
if you look at my cat, korang please pergi tengok dulu sebelum korang judge I, because it's a sausage. He is a long, like you faham tak? Like visually, just not like.
Ini PG-13 ke apa show ni?
I just mean like, from the deli. Situasi yang tidak boleh diselamatkan.
Tapi sausage dalam bahasa Melayu pun sausage kan?
Yeah, so his name is SOSCJ.
Serious lah.
Sausage, yes. And sumpah dia tak ada maksud lain daripada tu. Look, he's a sausage. He's long and he's like a slinky.
Oh my god, so cute.
Yeah, he looks like a sausage, right? He's the correct. I'm going to shut up. But
Okay.
but like no, you need to see. Shaz, these are old. You got to see like a recent, like a slinky sausage. Like macam
Ni
dari
what
hari
kind
tu
of
kita buat
breed?
he's a Abyssinian.
A what?
Abyssinian. So they are
Abyssinian?
long, thin cats.
Oh.
And they're super agile. And I've lost so much weight ever since he came into my life because I'm just chasing him everywhere because he's just jumping here, to like this, to like that, beating everybody. So I'm just like, yeah, he's just a very active. So maybe that I might add, children in that way. But in other ways, and about marriage, tak ada calon lagi. So
Tak ada calon.
dan saya sangat selesa dengan keadaan saya.
Okay.
Yeah, saya okay. Anyways, but you know who is making motherhood look cool? You. Yeah. So what is it like being a parent and also a creative, and also, you have 2 girls and you have a son, and I think also like as a girl mom, it's always about not to neglect the boys in our family, but it's also about setting an example of what a powerful, strong woman looks like. And I watch you on Instagram, and I think you do that so well.
Do I?
Yeah, I think so.
I
I don't
try.
think any good parent feels like they're doing a good job, but it's always the people on the outside that are like, yeah, that looks so cool. You're making it look so easy. How is it like for you to manage your time and be able to do all of these things?
Because my mom was my number one role model. So she did it with a corporate life with 4 kids. So cara dia handle kita pun, walaupun dia penat, she will always macam tend to our needs. You know, macam dia penat pun, nampak lah dia penat, you know. Hantar kita pergi sekolah, prepare our things and all that. Yeah, kita ada helper. Tapi she's the one yang macam will give us spiritual and emotional support. You know, like Mama is going to pray for you. Mama always wants you. Da, 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 da. So those kind of things, like, I will always remember. You know, and like, so other than that, like in the industry, who I look up to as well is like Datuk Sheila Majid, Keda's mom.
Oh, of course.
You know, like,
Yeah.
You should get her on the show.
I would love to.
And I don't know how she does it, but Sheila Majid has like 4 kids as well.
Yeah.
And she's still very active, and she knows how to juggle the family really well. So as for me, I don't know if I'm doing it really well, because I would say it's always a beautiful struggle. You know, like the struggle is always there, but at the end of the day, I'm grateful that there's so much that I can give them still. You know, they are living in a comfortable space. You know, their beds are clean, the house is clean, the food is always on the table. So the only thing I can do is to be the best version of myself when I'm with them and give it my all. You know, so bila I keluar and I do my work, semua, they're still in my mind. But I know that I need to be taken care of to come home to be the best version of myself to them. You know, so, and I have macam my kids semua macam lain age tau. Macam my first is 12, my second is 7, and he's autistic and he has a heart problem. My third is 2 years old. So diorang punya needs, they need different things. You know, macam anak I yang first tu, dia dah nak masuk preteen.
She's got such a wonderful personality. She is a
Does she?
superstar.
You know what? Anak I tu, Eva, dia emotionally intelligent. Serious. I'll tell you a story right now. So the other day, I shot this video, and it's for a blocked list, you know, for the boycott list, sorry, the boycott list. So bila I dapat job tu, the job was paying a lot tau. So I macam, and they wanted Eva to star in it. So I cakap, Eva, can we do this video together? And she said, what brand? I said to her, the brand. She's like, Mommy, boycott. And I was like, no lah, but we should do it. Because, you know, it's paying really well, we can pay for the expenses. Da, da, da. And she said, no, Mommy, I think I should boycott you. And then I was like, oh my God, you know, like, why would you say that? So I had a long debate with her. And to a point, macam I got
So young and so smart.
so upset, you know. And then after that, she said, okay. Then after that, she wrote me an apology note. She said, Mommy, I'm so sorry for saying that to you. I know you're only thinking about us as a family. I'll do the video. So kita dah shoot dah video tu. Dah shoot Lepas I tengok that video, ya Allah, dia pandai berlakon budak ni. Walaupun dia boycott, tapi dia pandai berlakon. She was so natural tau. In the end, I said, you know what, I don't want to post this video because I feel like it's wrong.
It's not resonating with you.
Yeah, I felt morally violated if I would post this video, get money from it or whatever. So I told her that, and you know what she told me? I'm so proud of you, Mommy. You made the right decision. So I macam, anak aku ni kenapa dia emotionally intelligent sangat? But my second is struggle sebab he's autistic. Dia susah nak faham benda, and dia ada heart problem. So his
When
journey.
did he get diagnosed, if I can ask?
He got diagnosed the minute he was born, not when he was in my womb.
Immediately.
Immediately, on the second day of his birth.
Wow.
When he was born, yeah. So when they discovered that he had a heart murmur, we transferred him to a different hospital. Eventually ended up dekat IJN. Masa kat IJN tu, imagine I dalam pantang I dalam pantang, and ya Allah, I dah lah macam tak stable lagi. Urat semua dah tak betul. Tak boleh jalan betul. So masuk IJN, terus kena buat procedure. But luckily I had good doctors lah. Macam diorang cakap, okay, this is the medical framework for your son. At like the second week, he's gonna do a stent, At 9 months, he's going to do another stent PDA, which is a procedure. But at 2 years old, he has to do open heart. And at 5 years old, he has to do another open heart.
Not open heart at 2 years old. This poor
Yeah.
baby boy.
So obviously at that time, it was like, oh my God, I rasa macam, I cannot do anything. I'm lost. I macam, apa yang nak buat sekarang? Why is God punishing me? And at that time, I remember Amelia, masa ada kat hospital tu, on the second day when they told me that he had a heart problem, and we would rush to a different hospital first. It was Tengku Aminah dekat Klang tau. Before we got transferred to IGN. I looked at all the babies there, and I was like saying, why? Why did God choose this baby? Why me? What did I do? But after a while, macam finding that macam strength within and learning that, like it happens to a lot of parents too, not just me. I saw all those babies there. I'm like, I'm not the only one, Then when I went to IGN, I kind of found my mom community, and it helped lah, but still it doesn't make it easy to see your child going through that open heart
Painful
operation. And I think that's when macam something in me changed, and I tak nak buat music. I macam bila I nak tulis lagu je, I rasa macam benda tu is too painful. It's too painful. It's like tak tahu lah. It was too painful for me to even write my notes down. I'll be too selfish to and then I want to market it or whatever, and then it will be like, if I write a song, it will be about him, and I'll be doing that for marketing. I don't know. It just felt
It's almost as if the situation is not being treated with the respect it deserves. It's becoming a commercial product.
Yeah. So I don't want to do it. I felt so wrong doing it. So I took a break from music.
Yeah.
So from 2018 till 2020, I just released that random song on Bintang Kejora, but that song was written a long time ago. But now, fast forward to 2024, I'm ready.
That's good.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a really challenging experience for you.
Yeah.
Sekali dengan family.
Yeah. I never thought that macam I would have to go through this ever in my life.
Yeah.
To have a special needs child. So when I got married again, and then I had this baby, I was worried. I was 38 years old. I'm 40 now. Oh my God, I just mentioned my age. I'm 40 now. So at 38, when I was pregnant with her, I macam takut tau, because I'm not young anymore. And what if my child is autistic? What if my child, I do this heart problem again? That fear, So obviously, we did all the tests that we could. When the child was born, we did all the developmental tests. But now at 2 years old, I can safely say she's normal, she's annoying, and she's funny. She is so funny. I'm telling you, she is hilarious. I love this girl. But I love all my kids, of course. But every one of them is different. And they're all different ages. They all have different needs, But I wouldn't change it for the world.
But apa yang I would say, right, as somebody who's not parent, so maybe I have no right to say anything. But what I would say is that I really respect Hunny punya transparency pasal, these types of situations. Sebab I rasa macam mungkin daripada beritnya yang Hunny pernah rasa, which is berseorangan dalam satu isu yang, you needed to find your community. Sedikit sebanyak mungkin posting-posting yang Hunny buat, sama ada Hunny tahu ke tidak, menjadi community untuk seseorang kat luar sana yang tengah melalui benda yang sama. And that's such a powerful thing, because kita semua berseorangan in the human experience. So macam mana kita nak survive?
Yeah.
Tanpa each other.
Yeah. But actually masa I buat posting tu kan, I macam tak sure lah I nak post ke tak, sebab benda tu macam private. And I macam, benda ni pun nak post ke? I'm actually quite private person tau, but
Yeah.
But then when I thought about what I could do to macam reach out to some people, and it's exactly what you said. Lepas I post macam pasal Adam kan, my only intention bukannya I nak publicize my son. My only intention is I nak orang aminkan doa-doa I nak orang doakan, walaupun dia doa macam, dia macam tengok dia, okay lah, insyaAllah sembuh. Tu dah jadi doa. You know what I mean? So that's what I wanted, and I feel like putting that out there, it took a lot out of me, but I think people were just wanting the best for you juga.
100%.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Which is a really nice thing. So,
Tell.
After family, we
Yeah.
have business to talk about.
What was business?
Serious business.
What's business?
We'll start with you've done a lot. That's the thing, right? So we got Madu Cosmetics, we got HM Studio, we got like so many things. So I guess untuk
I nak buat research
entertain-
pasal Amelia lah.
Oh my god, no lah. dia tak sebesar breath ni lah. Breath, like as in like lateral expansion that you've gone through is immense.
Mana ada?
Yeah. Kita dah cover berapa category dah? I dah lost track. So when it comes to business, most recently you took up the position of marketing director at Universal Music Malaysia, and I put that in business as well lah. What are like the most important lessons that you learn? And sebagai seorang kreatif, adakah dia susah untuk betul-betul embrace the business side pula of the industry? Sebab is it easier?
No, okay. So backstory dia, when I started in the industry, before I even put out my first song, my first album, I've already like gone into the music business side. So I started my own record label. It was me and my mom lah, called 𝙁𝙃𝙄𝙎𝙊𝘿𝙀. So masa tu I dah jadi my own publisher dah. So I was always learning about music business already. I was always an independent artist. So all the albums, all the songs I put out, I was never tied to a label.
Yeah.
The only way I worked with a label was when I licensed the song.
Wait, I know this, right? Because like I remember when I did your music videos, there was but at the time, honestly, I sangat bodoh. I tak faham what is that. So I macam, independent. Wow, she's strong. Do I know apa itu independent? Saya tak tahu, sumpah. I was like, independent. She's an independent woman. Like
Bongol lah.
beberapa tahun kemudian, 10 tahun kemudian, saya tengok balik saya macam independent. Tapi I betul. She's strong. It's not
Bodoh.
easy. Tak senang.
Okay.
Kita belajar sikit demi sikit. It's okay.
Sekejap, apa soalan dia?
Okay, macam mana you embrace the business side of it pula. So you had all of this back experience actually. So mungkin dia sesuatu yang sangat senang dan lagi mudah sebab you dah ada pengalaman untuk jadi seorang artis juga. Lagi pandai untuk support artis baru from your experience.
Okay. So I joined marketing as marketing director dekat Universal Music tu sebab my agency masa COVID. So I have this agency, my family agency called 𝙁𝙃𝙄𝙎. So kita buat production, banyak production lah.
Nice.
Film production, and then we do TV, like magazine shows. We did for Astro. The process sometimes takes so long, to do a film. It takes so long. But during COVID, it was so slow. So I just couldn't wait anymore. So why I joined Universal is because I wanted a stability. I want a stable income. And also I kind of wanted to refresh my memory. And with sort of like my 20 years of experience, I feel like I want to help other artists. That's always been my thing, like macam even at Fly FM. The reason why I started Fly FM Strip and Fly FM Campur Chart is because I was giving stages and platforms to artists to showcase their music, So I wanted to do that. Really, my intention at Universal Music is I not be a part of their marketing plans to execute it A to Z because I want to see it happen. And I was okay to take a step back as an artist, like as in a musical artist. I was okay because I memang dah take a step back pun. So it was a good learning curve for me, but I had to leave the role lah. I'm no longer with Universal Music. So it's because they wouldn't allow me to be a content creator. So because of that, I'm like, okay lah. I wasn't like I signed on to be a content creator the minute I joined Universal Music.
That was a pre-thing.
I was always an MC. I was always a content creator, but in the end, I don't know. I decided to go. It's not the place for me anymore. So I'm focusing on my agency back lah.
Which is good. So I guess that brings us nicely into like the final kind of set of questions that I had for you. So like, what's next? You've mentioned, okay, making music again, dropping some of the hits from the vault.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
with the right marketing plan.
Let's go. And also, I think you mentioned also outside and a few times just now juga yang you nak startkan balik your agency. So what is next for you? What's the plan? What is 2024 shaping up to be untuk you?
So I'm starting my agency. Like we are going to be doing marketing and branding solutions for companies.
Nice.
And I'm going to be doing music composition, not just for me, but for jingles, for commercials. And then being consultant lah, like for like different companies and all that. But also it's gonna be like an entertainment and talent services, purely for me. But the agency part, the marketing and branding solutions part, will involve A to Z marketing and branding in terms of like digital marketing, 𝘾𝙍𝙀𝙊𝘿 campaigns skewed to the businesses that we acquire lah. So that's the corporate side of me, but it's my own thing. But at the same time, I'm not going to stop being a creative. I still want to release music. I want to be back on stage, and I still want to host. I'm still hungry lah,
Yeah.
Amelia. I'm still hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I think
I got some cheesecake.
from 4 days ago. So I'm done with kids. Tak nak dah. I tak nak beranak dah. Kalau I terberanak, that means kalau I terberanak, benda tu accident lah sebenarnya. Anak yang keempat, kalau you ada lah sebenarnya you accident ya. I tak nak sebenarnya. Ya betul. I dah cukup lah.
Faham.
Cukup lah. Marah. Cukup, I tak nak dah. So yeah. So I'm done with kids lah. So like I didn't tell you this, but masa I pregnant, memang I'm always so sick tau.
Faham.
Oh yeah, I think I told you
Outside tadi.
tadi. Yeah, macam sakit. I macam tak boleh fokus, muntah every day. Can you imagine?
Faham.
Sampai tak boleh nak focus on business. Demotivated, that's the word. Demotivated, macam why am I like this? I cannot lah. I don't
It takes a
lah.
toll.
Malas lah. I malas sangat masa pregnant. But now, I feel like I'm back to myself.
Which is good.
I feel like me.
Yeah.
Kentuk kamera.
Why not? I'm super excited for you. Is there any like, macam, do you know like I guess a song that you're next gonna drop? Anything that you can share with us?
Tak boleh, nothing yet.
Okay. Maksudnya ada, tapi korang sabarlah.
Sabarlah.
Cerita dia.
Cerita dia sabar dulu.
Okay, well, I wish you all the best. Before
Thank
we
you.
end, we have a rapid fire. The one that I told you about, the scary one.
Alamak.
Are you ready?
No.
This is, I don't know, these are looking quite spicy.
Spicy ya?
Kena minum air banyak ni. She's taking the watch. She's like, how long is this gonna take?
Rapid fire.
Dia rapid. Okay, ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite
Is that
workout?
Oppo?
Yeah.
Got question I saw you a picture. with an
Yeah.
Oppo, so.
Whoa, Oppo. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Favorite workout/gym session?
Huh?
Favorite workout / like, I don't know, part of your body. Nampak sangat tak pergi
like
gym, kan?
favorite kind of workout, is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Can we start again?
Okay, favorite kind of workout.
Strength.
I told you, she's Miss Independent. She's a strong woman. I love it, strength. Okay, next one. Kalau dapat peluang untuk host rancangan /event/award show kat mana-mana dalam dunia, which one would it be?
Grammys.
Sesuai. Okay, favorite genre of music to listen to? Not hip-hop or R&B or rap.
At the moment, classical, honestly. I've been listening to Mozart in the morning.
Blasting that Beethoven.
Yeah, betul.
No, that's
Yeah.
cool.
It's such a great playlist to listen to in the morning.
Yeah, Mozart is also a fantastic choice. Best thing that your chef husband, which is the biggest flex of 2024, can cook.
Dia punya risotto lah. Porcini risotto is
Oh my god.
bellissima.
Oh my, I can imagine. Okay, last one. What's your favorite joke?
Oh God. What do you call cheese that's not yours?
Nacho cheese.
You know what? That's not my favorite joke, but that's the only joke I can
No, it's a
remember.
classic. That's a legendary joke. I love it. Okay, I got one for you as well.
Wait, you got a joke?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. Are you ready?
Okay.
What do they say about the rapper who stole the dictionary?
The rapper stole the dictionary. I don't know.
He got away with words.
Oh my God. Okay. Is that it?
I kind of have more for you, but
Yeah. Give me more.
okay. What do you call a rapper who smokes too much?
Snoop Dogg. I don't know.
That was so literal. We have the same birthday.
Huh?
Snoop Dogg and me.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that though?
No,
What's
that's
your
not the answer to the joke.
I know. When's your birthday?
20th of October.
20th. Oh,
I have the same birthday.
really?
Yeah, we have also the same personality. What do you call a rapper who smokes too much?
I don't know.
2 pack a day.
Oh my
Yeah, it's
god.
really bad. Okay, so let's close shop.
It's funny when you end it.
It's funny when you look back at it in 5 years' time.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I was on that show one time.
Yeah. The fact that you deviated from the answer to say Snoop Dogg. Yeah, it's my birthday.
Yeah, is he still Snoop Dogg?
Hey,
Snoop
by
Dogg
the
or
way,
did
he
Snoop
had-
Lion?
Sorry?
Is he not Snoop Lion now?
What?
Didn't he change his name? He
No.
did. He did. He fully did. And now he's back to being Snoop Dogg. Yeah.
Because
Listen, he is my-
because he did a reggae album.
Perhaps?
I think so.
Okay, so kita dah almost at the end of our episode. Tapi sebelum kita tamatkan episod kita, just wanted to know if there's anything yang Hunny nak cakap kepada peminat-peminat kat luar sana. You can say it directly into this camera.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
No pressure or anything.
Assalamualaikum.
Macam Nasra Mak Kepio.
Itulah pasal. Assalamualaikum kepada semua yang dah, follow my journey till now. I don't know if you've known me from radio, from TV or whatever. Or you just started following me on Instagram. I just want to say thank you so much for the support. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And, if you do see my platform or anything, just doakan yang baik je, okay? Because, I'm just a mom who's trying to make a living. So, thank you.
Go girl. Thank you so much, Hunny,
Thank
sebab
you.
meluangkan masa bersama kita.
No, this has been such a pleasure.
I know, I had so much fun.
Yeah,
I'm so
so-
happy I managed to get your time on this show.
And finally catch up for real.
Yeah, properly. So untuk korang yang dah tengok episode just like,
Belum habis ke?
kita just like kena buat closing gang. Okay,
Oh,
korang tahu
sorry.
lah.
I'm
Okay,
so
tak payah
sorry.
closing lah minggu ni. Tak.
Oh, I'm so
Tak ada
sorry.
closing sangat. It's just see you guys next week. Bye. Ciao.
Oh.